Welcome back to the Kay Monet Life. It's me, Kay Monet, and I decided to do a story time as I'm driving to my doctor's appointment. Yes, this is going to be a quick story, but it has a message definitely behind it. When I was 15, I moved to Georgia, and I was living with my dad and my stepmom and my little sister. And, I thought, 15, 16, you get a boyfriend. And I had a boyfriend. I think he lived in the neighborhood. Well, anyway, I don't even remember his name, but I remember the relationship, and I'm going to tell you why. So we were cool. Nothing had happened. We were doing what 15-year-olds do. We were holding hands. Might have kissed a couple of times. I don't remember. That was many moons ago. However, I do remember us walking down the street, and there was a school in the neighborhood, and we went behind the school, and I don't know what happened to make us get into like a disagreement, but he shook me. And I realized, oh my gosh, this is a domestic violence situation. Of course, I was 15. I mean, he didn't punch me in my face or anything like that. And I think very shortly after that relationship was over. However, that's the story. However, what it brought to my attention is, what if I didn't have enough confidence in myself and I put up with it and just let him beat me? And it went and got worse, because I guess that shake was going to be the beginning of something. What if I didn't leave? And this is just a story to talk to mothers and fathers first. You may tell your child they're too young to have a boyfriend at 13, 14, but 9 times out of 10, they're going to sneak behind your back and get a boyfriend or a girlfriend. The one thing that needs to be explained to your child is no one should put their hands on them. Now, this is how you can word it. You done told them no, don't have a boyfriend, don't have a girlfriend. Say, in the future, when you do get a boyfriend, when you're old enough, one thing that I want you to promise me is you'll never allow a man to put his hands on you. There needs to be a discussion. Some people may think, oh, my child would never let any little raggedy head boy put their hands on them. My child is strong. She be beating up on her brothers and don't believe that it can't happen to your child, because it can. I'm sure my grandmother didn't think in her wildest dreams that one day a man will put his hands on me. Well, a little boy will put his hands on me, but it happened. And there was never a discussion about it. Have these open discussions with your children to let them know that they're worth more than getting beat. Let them know that you build their confidence enough that they're able to leave if that situation should happen to them. I don't think there's a lot of discussion about domestic violence when it pertains to teenagers, because we don't think that occurs, but it does. There are many teens who are in abusive relationships right now. There are many teens who have been killed by their boyfriend or girlfriend in an abusive situation. So believe that it's happening, and don't be so confident that it won't happen to your baby. Talk to your child and let them know, if anybody puts their hands on them, that relationship is over, because that person does not love them. A lot of females feel, oh, he hits me because he loves me. He only hits me because he loves me. When I was younger, I thought that a man was crazy. If a man was crazy and acted crazy and jealous, was because he loved me. I really believe that. And as teenagers, that's something that teenagers, preteens, young adults, some of us think that way. As crazy as it may sound, it's reality. It was my reality. Oh, I used to only date crazy men. As I became an adult, we're talking about men that were like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to get on a plane and I'm going to come down there and kill you. And I would say to them, I think I was 19, I would say to them, I'll meet you at the airport. So have these conversations with your kids. Another thing that needs to be brought up is women, girls, they beat up on their boyfriends. And the boy feels too embarrassed to tell anybody that he's getting beat up by his girlfriend. But it happens. And he, maybe being brought up in a wonderful family, knows to never put his hands on a girl and will take the whoopings. No, tell your son that he doesn't have to get beat either. He don't need to be doing no beating, and he don't need to get beat either. Yes, these are conversations that need to be had. I mean, big time, because it's happening. And if you, as an adult, are in an abusive relationship, know that you don't have to stay there. This does not have to be your reality. This does not have to be your everyday. You are worth more than that. Love is not pain. And a man or a woman putting their hand on their mate is not cool. And it does not mean I love you. It means I don't love myself enough that I'm putting my hands on you. And that's not cool. So that's my story time. A little different. Did it in the car. But regardless of the location, the story is worth it. So just think about it. And while you're thinking about it, you have to ask yourself the question, why be quiet? Live your life out loud.